Yo, what is going on there, guys? The Wiz back at it again for another video. Today what we're going to be taking a look at is the McFarlane All Might figure, going over articulation, size comparison, all that great stuff right here, right now. So let's get right to it. So first off, All Might stands at approximately 7.5 inches tall, which is pretty good because your boy All Might is a really big dude. So now let's go over that articulation. So when it comes to All Might and the head, it is on a ball joint, so you can go ahead and rotate it in a complete 360-degree spin like so. You can, move a little bit to the right, move it a little bit to the left, bring it about that far down, and bring it about this far up. Somewhat limited because of the hair, but not too bad over here. Now, when it comes to the arm itself, you can go ahead and bring it about that far up, all the way down, and you can rotate it in a complete 360-degree spin. And one thing that you might be noticing is that little click sound. It's one of those figures over here. Now, another thing that you might notice is that the arm and the shoulder pads are actually two separate pieces. This thing is just covering it over here, and it's kind of cool, but yet slightly annoying because, as you can clearly see, the pattern is all off. So now you basically have to go ahead and try to move it and readjust it, and sometimes that can be a little bit of a hassle, but nothing too crazy over here. Arm, you do have a single joint on the elbow like so. When it comes to the hand, you can rotate it in a complete 360-degree spin like so, and if you pull it out, you will see that there is a big ball joint and they're holding the hands together. Now, one thing that's over here is it does come with a wrist articulated piece, so you can basically do like this. However, though, mine's is ridiculously tight, so I cannot move it whatsoever. I'm gonna have to heat it up or something. But moving on to the torso piece itself, All Might can bend about that far forward, can bend about that far back. You can go ahead and technically rotate him in a complete 360-degree spin, although I don't know why you would do that. So, however, here he is rotating to the right and rotating to the left. I gotta say, pretty good so far with this All Might. So, moving on to the legs, you can go ahead and spread it about this far out. If you want to go ahead and spread the legs forward, it's going to go about this far out. And when it goes back, not really too much because, that gluteus maximus is kind of blocking it. It does come with double joints on the knees, which is always a good thing. When it comes to the foot, you can rotate in a complete 360-degree spin, swivel it a little bit to the right and to the left. You can go ahead and bend it back and bend it forward. And you do have a toe articulation as well. So, yeah, that is basically all the articulation when it comes to All Might. I gotta say, pretty good for a bulky figure over here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out those paint apps because, oh my god, not good. Alright, so here we are with those paint apps, and as you can see, yeah, that's gonna be the deal breaker for you right over here. Definitely when you're looking at this figure in the stores and you see multiple All Mights, do yourself a favor and make sure you're looking at all the options you have available, because as you can see, you just got some blue marks, some white marks. You go ahead and look at the belt over here. You can just see the yellow fading into the red, scuff marks kind of all over the place, which is annoying. I don't even know how I missed this, but you have this giant blue mark on the hand over here, kind of annoying. Just rotate it around, you can kind of see what you're dealing with and what you're getting yourself into. There, he has a hole in the back of his neck. I don't really know what that's for. I guess if maybe you have a peg stand for it, but a little bit of those glue mark stains on the butt. But I gotta say, the face does look really well over here. I really don't have any issues with it whatsoever. The hair is made out of that plastic material and somewhat bendable over here on the little ear tips over here. But overall, yeah, I gotta say, All Might is looking fairly good, except the costume could just use better paint work. That's all it really is. All Might does come with some accessory pieces as well. He has the stand, My Hero Academia, looking pretty good, and of course he does come with two open hands as well. Not bad. Paint job on it is pretty good. Alright, so first up here we have All Might next to a basic 6-inch Captain America figure and the Build-A-Figure Thanos figure for Endgame. Scale wise, I think it works pretty good, although I think All Might could be a little bit taller than Captain America. But when it comes to Thanos, I really like the size between these two. So overall, not bad. You do get that impression that All Might is a really big, muscular, buffy guy over here. So next up, as you can clearly see, we've got All Might next to the SH Figure Arts Goku and the SH Figure Arts Sage Mode Naruto. And I think these kind of work in scale together. I've been playing Jump Force for a while, and I do know that All Might is a pretty big dude. So I could be wrong. I think he scales pretty good with Naruto. I'm not 100% sure with Goku though. So I mean, this All Might's funny. For some figures he works really really well, and with others it's kind of like hit or miss. But nonetheless, I think overall these guys look pretty good together. Next up here we have some more SH figure arts. All Might next to the SH figure arts Ryu and the Spider-Man Homecoming figure. Okay, so moving on, here we have All Might next to the Dragon Ball Super powered up Broly version SH figure arts, and we have All Might next to the boy, the god, the myth, the legend, the SH figure arts Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora. And I gotta say, these three together look really funny. Wow, Broly's so huge compared to All Might, but I think it works out pretty well in scale together. Not bad. And of course, last but not least, the one that everybody wants to know, All Might next to the Figma Deku. I can tell you right now, the scaling is a million times better than the actual McFarlane Deku and All Might. They just don't work at all. This over here isn't too bad. Maybe All Might, I feel as though he could probably be a bit taller over here. I know Figma was supposed to be making an All Might figure a long time ago along with Uraraka, so I don't really know what's going on with them. We are finally getting Bakugo, so hopefully later down the line Figma will make that All Might. This over here, I would say it's passable. I think this works out pretty well, especially, you know, when you end up posing these figures and characters together. You know, you bend Deku, he's going to be even smaller than what All Might is over here. So these, I think, work out really well and scale together. If you have the Figma Deku, I highly recommend getting the McFarlane All Might. So guys, that is basically it for this video. What can I say? Seeing as how this is the only All Might figure in existence, and I mean literally, because anything else All Might related is basically a statue, this is pretty good. McFarlane did a nice job getting the tone, the essence of All Might down. I just wish the articulation wasn't so clunky, didn't have these tight joints, and that the paint app was a little bit better. The All Might is definitely the figure to get in the set. It will fit well with most of your other figures that you have, or if you're just looking for an All Might figure in general to pose around, this is pretty good, stands fairly well. And I'm going to end this video showing off a couple pictures that I took with All Might, so you kind of go ahead and get an idea with All Might. So guys, want to know in the comments section below, you know, hey, what do you think of this All Might figure? Do you plan on picking it up? If you could have any My Hero Academia character become a McFarlane figure, who would you want it to be? So guys, if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, as that really helps me out. You aren't already, could follow me on Twitter, same thing as my YouTube channel, which is Ed the Wiz, also on Instagram, which is MadSwag12345, where I post all the good stuff. So until next time guys, I will catch you later. Plus Ultra Style.